Hey guys, welcome to Pillbox Movies. I'm Hank, and today we're going to be watching the 2001 horror film Pulse, or Kairo. This is a Japanese horror film by director Kiyoshi Kurosawa. I've been doing a little bit of a horror series for the month of October, obviously, and the results have been mixed, to say the least. The number one problem so far is that the movies I've been watching haven't been actually frightening, so I figure let's just jump off the deep end by watching some classic J-horror. That should be fun. We stand classic J-horror. Pulse is about ghosts coming through the internet, I think? So, you know, good time to be watching it while cooped up at home with no means of communication with the outside world except through the internet. Anyways, let's watch Pulse. All these Japanese movies feature such a aversion to concrete. Concrete is always like seen as like this kind of like really eerie, emotionless kind of stark architectural component. Maybe the Japanese just don't like brutalist architecture. Then why have so much? Not a fan of that. I'm freaking out a little. Yes, girl. You get haunted by this bit. Who could it be now?
なんだ、いたんだ。ねえ、即売会のリストできてる？
うん。あそこの山のどっか。
Yeah, I don't know if this is like an intentional thing or if it's just limitations, but this director, Kurosawa, is very content with keeping things underlit and not utilizing lighting in an unnaturalistic way. Like if a character is underlit, if you don't see their face, I guess that's just like what we're gonna go with. Sometimes I feel like film technique is just doing something that people don't like long enough until they think that you're doing it intentionally. Oh, dude. Using the rack focus, though, in nice subtle ways. God damn it. That curtain came down really easily. That sucks. In kind of I don't want to say it's a Brissonian. In kind of a Hanekian way. The movie is very reluctant to ever like go into a medium shot. It's keeping everybody at like a fairly standard distance and won't like cross that line. But like this is like very interesting, very distant camera length, keeping them outside shooting from the window. And I guess we'll make note that there's a lot of like glass and window and like screen images in one way or another. Look, there he is. Is it a JPEG? But yeah, what a high resolution photo for 2001. Yep, and we can just zoom in like that. Yo, don't be fumbling around in other people's discs. This is... Oh boy. This is gonna be a problem. This movie's gonna be a problem. It's interesting shot composition, keeping everybody so distant. Like the intention is create a lot of like a very remote feeling. I don't know if I've seen a recent movie or a movie recently that kind of has adopted this degree of like of a style. This kind of like camera distance.
気象庁の発表しました今年の夏の長期予報によりますと、東日本は3年連続で、西日本は6年連続で暑い夏になりそうです。また北日本。
Dude, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. Interesting color scheme to her house, though. It's like so bright, but they managed to keep it so dark. How though, Sway? Oh, God. I'm gonna get punked out by a movie that doesn't know what the internet is. I'm gonna get punked out by an AOL movie. Is he actually gonna read all of the terms of service? Human beings ignoring terms of service since 2001. That didn't look good. That looked like a window. A System 32? No. Okay, calm down, slow down. Anything involving Sys 32, we're just gonna take a break. We're just gonna pause. Don't say yes. Even if a ghost comes out, it'll be worse if it's up your computer. Oh boy. We're not happy with this. We are not happy with this. Bruh. We do not want this stuff to be happening. Also, Jesus, having like surveillance on people's like computers in like 2001? Madness. How are they even maintaining resolution at this date? To think this is something that the NSA does every single day. Yeah, everybody's like being framed through is being framed like they're in a screen or they're being seen through a window.
もしもし。もしもし。
I don't know, I guess it's like Michael Haneke.
誰?
But I don't know. I don't know who would like kind of underlight their subjects like this. Like all these scenes are so absent of light. It's an interesting film approach, I guess I'd say. I don't know who I'd say utilizes it, who isn't actually bad. I don't like how dark everything is. This sucks. I'm mad. Ugh, I hate that. That's awful. Jesus.
田口お前どうしたんだよ。
I'm unhappy.
俺何言ってんだ。
I'm upset. That's cool. That was subtle. Which character is this? It's a little hard to keep track. I hate it because like horror movies are like, I don't know, like dates or like dating or something. Like you never get another chance to have a first impression. And so like you want to experience it. Oh, look, it's the room that the other friend was seeing. Maybe he was seeing this guy dying? What was the other friend's name? Oh boy. Oh boy. I like that slow walk though. That's like cool. Oh god. Oh Jesus. We're going full on David Lynch. I'm not happy with this Inland Empire shit. Help me. And it's like so hard to see stuff though. I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult to evaluate this. But I am freaking out. You have me at freaked out. You had me at freaked out.
どうしたんだろう、矢部君。自宅は出ない。
Why do you need so many people to work at like a greenhouse? This seems like too many workers to be employed on the same shift. I'm like trying to juggle like what would be the scariest thing to happen in each scene with what are like the technical limitations like they would have to be able to produce. Like you're like imagining like a happening kind of situation where somebody just like jumps off a building and like lands right between them, but I don't think they'd be able to shoot that. So what can they do within their own constraints? You made a mistake. He's not gonna be happy about that. Don't press that button. Don't. He's gonna be mad. He's gonna be printed into the real world. It's just a little dark to be able to see anything. I'm like, I worry because like, obviously I think this movie is playing by its own standards of how to present horror, but I like kind of worry about it integrating the ways I expect horror to be presented to an audience using like, you know, cheap scare tactics of like jump scares and stuff. You kind of like are waiting for like a character that's like in the background to like suddenly shift to the foreground with like big eyes and shit. I don't think that that's the tack or that's the aesthetic sensibility of this movie. Like I've been trained by so many bad horror movies to like expect that and to respond negatively, and so it kind of like again, horror movies are like dating or relationships. Each new one you watch is kind of tainted by the previous experiences you've had with the past horror movies, and you hope to cultivate a good history of horror movies that like make you an informed and interested viewer. But for the most part, you're watching trash that taints your experience.
データって取れてる。 もう少し
Back when a man wasn't afraid to show off his search history. This girl's just like all up in your computer, man. The things she could find. You ain't gotta worry about no ghost. I ain't afraid of no ghost. I'm afraid of having my search history out there in the open. Yeah.
本当は繋がってないよ人間なんて
Okay, shut up. 2020 already knows this. We don't want to hear it again.
コンピューターの点と同じ一人一人バラバラに生きてる
矢部君ちょっと変ですよね。
そうなの？
私ちょっと見てきてもいいですか？
うん、いいけど無駄かもしれないよ。
Boys just do this all the time. They get
人
depressed.
を助けようとして良かれと思ってかけた言葉が
They live alone, like neats.
より深く相手を傷つけることになるよね。
What a Japanese
その
sentiment.
ことで自分もまた傷つくし、
Just talk to your friends, man, if you're worried about them. Gosh.
コミュニケーションってそういうもの？多分何もしないな。
Okay,
それ
boomer.
も一つの
Jesus.
勇気のいる選択肢だと思うしね。
This is a cool shot. I'm enjoying this. But the framing makes me think something's gonna happen. Yeah, there you go. Jump off that building. Or that tower. That water tower? That electrical tower? I don't know. Hey, goodbye, cruel world! She is just witnessing way too much shit going on in her life right now. I agree, soundtrack. I feel bad for this lady.
人は死ぬならばやはり幽霊は存在する有史前から今日まで一体どれほどの数の幽霊が存在し続けてきたのだろう
Some prehistoric ghosts trying to figure out Windows. They all know Linux by now, I'm guessing. They've had time for this. Look at that baby hanging out in the Play stupid games with phantasmagorical creatures. Earn stupid phantasmagorical prizes. This guy's like, yeah, ghosts are real. AMA.
どっか行っちゃいましたね
そうそしたら魂は別のエリアつまりこっちの世界へ進出してくるしか方法がない例えばさ一番最初それはバカみたいなことで始まったんじゃないかな
I mean, I guess my question would be like, what's causing the overflow at this point? Like, why now specifically? But an interesting take on this might be like how this might be about like conservation or environmentalism. Who knows? It is interesting that this movie is actually getting brighter as it goes along. It's kind of a weird kind of Pleasantville aesthetic where like as the ghosts are like incorporating more into their lives are actually becoming more colorful. The lighting actually becomes more colorful. So now like they're wearing more like vibrant colors and the shots are taking place at like sunrise and sunset, so that the like yellow is like fusing with the red. It's an interesting color progression. I don't know if it's going to be like consistent though. This seems like a really weird color scheme to operate a movie on, but then again, Total Darkness was a weird color scheme to operate the movie on. Yo, I am not happy. Oh god. That's awful. Ugh. I'm not happy with that. That's like rough. She's seen too much death in her life. Way too much. I'm freaking out. But like, apart from being like kind of terrified, this is like a really sad story. This girl's just like repeatedly traumatized. I am liking the progression of this color story though. It's kind of cool. Oh, don't go into the room. Eek. She's got that good ghost hair. She's got that, what's her name? Sadako hair. Japanese Pringles, yes please! Screens everywhere, man. I mean, in our lives too, but screens everywhere. Scary! I'm freaking out! But yeah, it's like is anybody there? It's a really sad story of like, I don't know, people in her life just believe in her and shit. She's like dealing with, I guess, the isolation of loss. It's like kind of a cool vibe this movie is giving off, actually. You don't like expect it to go full post-apocalyptic, but it goes full post-apocalyptic. I can actually see like how this is like kind of like a precursor to 28 Days Later and the very specific, very ugly post-apocalyptic aesthetic it has. 28 Days Later was shot digitally and it looked like dog shit as a result. But in terms of the like architectural aesthetic of it, kind of like the feeling of like of a rapture of sorts, both kind of give the impression of like this world that was like left incomplete, like everybody just like put down all of their tools and just disappeared, and it's like kind of like forlorn. I don't know, it kind of evokes for me this feeling of like of incompleteness, of like it's like what Robert De Niro says in Heat, like when he feels like he's drowning and Al Pacino says to him that that dream is about feeling like you don't have enough time to finish all the things that you wanted to do. And that's the that's like the kind of like vibe I get, the end of days vibe I get from this and from 28 Days Later.
死んでもずっと一人だったらどうする?
And these are not things, these are not third date topics of discussion. But it is comforting to know that lots of people have these thoughts, I guess.
だって死んでも何も変わらなくて
Yo, hot girls think about death too. We can all relate on that. Daily reminder to stop looking at your screen and get outside. This is a great 2020 watch. Maybe not like the most satisfying or enjoyable watch, but highly relatable. Oof. She's not doing well. This is like me 3 months into quarantine. This is me 2 days into quarantine, but... This is actually like, kind of the crisis that like horror movies face. It's not actually a bad thing. It's just like a tension. It's just a dynamic that you have to kind of understand and appreciate for what it is. That as horror movies like progress, if they want to advance their ideas and give clarity to them, they inevitably have to take away from the sense of like dread or tension the audience feels. It's like chess entering into its end game. When you start a chess game, like there's like this like endless amount of possibilities, and it's like it can be kind of scary to confront how many different possibilities there are as you get closer and closer to the end, and like the themes kind of reveal themselves, and you understand the statements the filmmakers want to make to a certain degree. It actually kind of closes the possibilities down to it closes the possibilities down, where the feeling that you feel is can't be, with some exceptions, be dread all the way to the end. It has to open up to something else, like normally like the thrill, the purgation, the catharsis of having a big blow up, or just like thematically it has to like reveal itself so that you understand the purpose of the movie a little bit more. Oh man, that's so sad.
そんなことないよ。
そうだよね。ずっとこのまんまなんだよね。
Yo, what's gonna happen? At least she's dying in a comfortable hoodie. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Yeah, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. I'm not happy. I don't want to see it. None of us want to see it. None of us are interested in seeing it. You hate to see it.
俺
Ore?
ここで何してんの？
Boku? Creepy. Creepy. It is an interesting, like, I haven't gotten to figure it out, but there is an interesting intersection between horror and industry that's kind of expressed in this movie. That kind of also ties into the fear or anxiety of urbanization. Red tape. The red tape of bureaucracy. Oh, she's got a gun. I have to admit, that violet looks beautiful on her. She looks stunning.
それ貸して。あれ。どうしよう。病院。
What a way to go. Throw up some confetti and then end it all. She died as she lived. Fabulously. It's depressing seeing so much loss around you. Red again. A signal for danger. Nope. We don't like camera movements here. That door be opening. Just follow the rules of Orpheus. Just don't ever look back. Oh shit. 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 Shoot me in my tummy. I'm gonna burst at the seams. Oops-a-daisy. You fell into my trap. I play my trap card, Mirror Force. This movie is about a pandemic, by the way. I am that I am that I am that I am. Okay. Okay. Calm down. I'm just saying, calm down. We all need the internet. That's something that we as a society are not going to compromise on. So we're just gonna have to figure this out. We're just gonna have to figure this out. You know whose ugly aesthetic this reminds me of? Steven Soderbergh. This is Contagion. Steven Soderbergh has the ugliest eye for color I've yet seen in a filmmaker. But he makes it, I won't say he makes it work, but he makes people not barf at it all the time, which is an achievement in and of itself. She does the flippy cup challenge. She does the flip bottle challenge. Foomp.
今、最後の友達と一緒にいます。私は幸せでした。
That sucks. That legit sucks. Girl, what have you done? Girl, that's not a relationship. Okay. Yeah, it was a pretty scary movie. Also a very intellectual movie. I wasn't actually expecting to watch a, ghost pandemic movie that is a surprising consolation in these times. I think if I had watched this maybe 20 years ago, it would have kept me up at night, and I would have been looking at mirrors or looking in the dark corners of my room or apartment, looking for ghosts. As it stands now, actually, in our current year, the movie is a strange feeling of comfort. After you get over the initial wave of horror and disgust, it's actually kind of a pretty relatable feeling of living through these horrors and how it affects your psyche. I'll say realistically that the societal collapse we're facing currently is at a less extreme scale as is portrayed in this movie. At least for now, for where we are in 2020, the collapse we are facing economically and epidemiologically pales in comparison to the dead rising up and dragging us all down into ashes. For now. Yeah, I actually thought the movie was kind of comforting in a let's watch Contagion kind of way, that these feelings of forlorn and hopelessness, other people are feeling it too. And while we don't have a solution to our current issues, we can still all relate to each other's sense of loneliness, sense of isolation, sense of morbidity. Yeah, I actually think this is a pretty good movie to watch for Halloween and for 2020, honestly. Who knew? You should watch Pulse. It'll make you feel good. Pulsing makes me feel good. This is the Ghostbusters movie without the Ghostbusters, has a funny thought. Yeah, check out Pulse. It's scary, but it's highly relatable for a 2020 audience. Yeah, take care of yourself. Don't go through red doors. Call some of your friends, talk to some of your friends, and keep watching good movies.